Welcome back, friends. Today I am going to discuss a very important topic which affects many SC/ST OBCs. This video is triggered by a Twitter tweet which mentions that the SC/ST OBC reservations of 15%, 7.5%, and 27% has been completely achieved in the central government ministries. The trigger to this is actually a answer given in Rajyasabha-starred question number 2023 by Dr. Kirodilal Meena, where it was mentioned that the representation of SC/STs in government jobs is much more than 15% and 7.5%, and the representation of OBCs is also much more than 27%. So you can see I have shown the snapshot of the Rajya Sabha answer in front of you. So how true is this? So this actually triggered an outburst of anger in Twitter. So many of them took to the Twitter and told that there is reverse discrimination against general merit now. Then few of them told that the reservation should be ended, and some of them went to the extent also of putting data on representation of SC/ST OBCs and telling that the SC/STs are actually getting a bigger pie while the OBCs are getting a smaller pie. So the SC/ST guys are the guys who have to be blamed for eating the OBC reservation pie. So I will answer all these questions in this video because this is a very important video, because we need to delve into the real data which affects the representation of SC/ST OBCs in central government jobs. So first let me now take the first data now. So what I'll tell you what we actually did. We took the DOPT annual reports. So the DOPT annual reports, as you know, are available on the website. So there are many annual reports. So, but we have taken a sample of 4 annual reports to understand the decadal growth and then other details. So we have taken the annual report of 2004, 2013 and 2021. So as per this, the details of total employment category wise we took and then found out the proportion. So the first insight which we were able to get was in 2004 the representation of SCs as total employment was 18.44%, and it has actually decreased in 2021 to 17.49%. It has not increased. Like many people have been telling that it has been increasing over a period of time. It has not increased, it has actually decreased. This is the total employment. In government we have Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D. So the total employment has decreased. In STs it has increased. While you look at OBCs, the OBCs, the increase is from 4.51% in 2004 to 22.11% in 2021. So almost a 18% to 17% increase over this 2004 to 2021. Now the general category, many of them had mentioned that their representation has gone down much below 50%. No, it has not gone down much below 50%. But in 2004, they were as high as 70.54%, that is 71%. That has decreased to 52.72%. But the main trigger, you can see, the main trigger for the decrease is the increase in the OBCs. The OBC reservation came during the 1990s and implemented very effectively from 2000 onwards. So this has led to the increase in OBC percentage reservation in the government jobs. So to say that the SCs are actually eating the OBC reservations or the general merit reservation is not completely correct, because the SC reservation has actually come down. So that is what I wanted to make my first point. It has come down from 18.44% to 17.49%. So now let me now go to the relative share, because this does not give the actual picture of what is happening. So you all know that in government jobs there are 4 kinds of jobs: Group A, Group B, Group C and Group D. So Group C and Group D, that is the lower level jobs. Group D is Safai Karmacharis, and then Group C is other types of jobs which are like junior level jobs. Group B and Group A are considered to be senior levels, but Group A is the senior level which is recruited by UPSC. Group B usually gets recruited through promotions and Group C usually gets recruited through SSC. So this is the model which we usually see in the central government. So you can see that as a proportion of total employment, what has happened is in 2003, the proportion of Group A was just 2.54%, proportion of Group B was 4.30%, while the proportion of Group C and Group D, you can see that it was almost like 93%. So more jobs are created at Group C and Group D and not at Group A and Group B. So now you can see that the structure of this is almost remaining constant with ABCD. Like for example, the proportion of Group A has increased to 4.12% in 2021. You can see here. Group B has also increased to 7.87%, but there is not a very big decrease in relative share of C and D, which also now remains at around 87%. So you can see that 85.63 to 2.38. So this shows that any impact at Group C and Group D, it affects the total employment share. So this is what I wanted to bring it to your this thing. So how does this affect now? So let us now get into what is the actual share in Group A. So we know that these are the topmost jobs. So if you see here in Group A, over the years, the representation of SCs, like for example, if you see in 2004 it was 12.18%, in 2013 it was 13.94%, it came down to 13.01% in 2021. It actually dipped from 2013. The Group A representation for SCs actually dipped. Now similarly for STs, it is 5.82 and 5.89. So in both these scenarios, the mandated 15% and 7.5% is not achieved. So that is what. But look at OBCs. The OBCs, it has increased, but again, it is a big increase. I am telling you, it's a massive increase from 2004, from 3.86% to 16.55%. So this is a classic example of how reservations can change the representational matrix in a government setup or anywhere. Like you see, before this OBCs were just 3.86, but today we have 16.55 percentage of Group A class 1 services from OBCs. This is remarkable. So this is one reason why we should consider reservation as a very, very powerful tool. Now general category, many people tell that it has dipped like anything, it is doomed, it has gone down less than 50. No, it has still not gone. So they are still at 64.55% in 2021, and then they were very high. Like for example, in 2004, it was around 79.82%, and in 2013 it was 69.14%. So still the relative percentage of general category in Group A is still very, very high. So it is wrong to say that the Group A services is completely dominated by SC, ST, OBC. Still there is a big gap in the OBCs, because we see that it's around 17%. So still additional 10% has to be achieved here. Here around 5% has to be achieved in SC, ST. So that is actually going into the general kitty. Now this will not stop here. See, Group A has many levels. So Group A has the junior levels, senior level, and then secretary level. So you can also see this. So as one goes higher, like for example, the entry level is it around, like you can what was it? The entry level was at around 65%. Okay, but as you go higher and higher, the representation of the general category increases. So at the director level, it is at around 71%, joint secretary 85%, additional secretary 88%, and secretary 95.51%. So this kind of a trend we see in every organization. So it is not only in central government. Like for example, if you see banks, so I took the example of banks. So here also the entry level is at around 65. Assistant general manager, you see 72% from general, deputy general manager 81, general manager 88, chief general manager 92. So, so this is the thing which I wanted to mention, that it the aggregate total employment does not indicate anything. In Group A services, still the representation of SC, ST, OBCs is quite dismal, and then it requires a correction. So now we will go to Group B. So I'm going to discuss every group here. In Group B, again you see the representation of SCs are actually remaining the same at around 15 to 16. So in 2021, it is at around 16.77. STs has increased dramatically. It has increased from 4.63 to 7.09%. So this is a very big improvement. But look at OBCs. Look at OBCs. OBCs were just 2.31% in 2004. Currently, it is 16.68%. Now, in general category, it has dipped, and that dip is mainly because of the OBC reservation. That is clearly coming out because SC STs have not taken. There is not a big jump in their representation that they have overtaken everyone and then they have eaten the pie of OBCs or general category. It is mainly because of the OBC reservation which has been introduced. This percentage has come down to 60%. So in Group B also it has come down to 60%, but it is not less than 50%. So still it is above 50%. So to say that in Group B it has come down, it is not correct. So still it is. So still again there is a gap of around 10%, predominantly dominated by OBC. So that gap has to be filled up. Now, so let us now go to Group D. Group D, you can see here there is a big issue here. I'm going to discuss this in detail now, because see, what we see is that traditionally the scheduled caste were involved in cleaning jobs and then Safai Karmachari jobs, scavenging, manual scavenging, so such kind of jobs. So we see a very high percentage of scheduled caste employed in such jobs in the government, that is Group D. So you can see that their share is 32.56%. So, and I'm going to explain you in the coming slides that since the numbers are more at Group C, Group D, the representation actually adds to that and then it increases. So the SC representation is more mainly because of more representation of Safai Karmachari. So it is not because of strategic position representation, but it is because of cleaning jobs and then contingents and others, like where the SC proportion is there. But again, in this also, it is very surprising that in 2004, the representation from general category was very high. 67% was the general category representation, but today it has dipped to 40%. So here it has gone down below 50%. So this is what I wanted to tell. So here it has gone down below 50%, but these jobs are not like a jobs where there is so much of demand and then reservation play a very important role, because most of them get these jobs without any reservation. So all these cleaning jobs and other things. So the main competition is in the Group A and Group B and Group C jobs. So now this